Hello, class. So today we're going to be talking about Bugs Bunny and the racism that was in the show at the time in 1940s. And the reason that this was happening because Jim Crow laws were still being active, and the Bugs Bunny creators were just like, you know what? Let's make him do racist caricatures of people. You know what? Let's make him do some blackface. And also do racist caricatures of other people like Asians and Native Americans. How fun, right? But let's go back. Bugs Bunny's official debut happened in the 1940s. You know, the creators were still trying to figure out how they want to make Bugs Bunny, things of that nature, and they finally got to the Bugs Bunny that's the rebellious, funny bunny that we know as kids, right? I'm pretty sure most of us watched Bugs Bunny as kids. You know, he's this fast talking, funny bunny that we know and love, right? Well, like I was already saying, there's an episode called Southern Fried Chicken. Let's roll the clip. Listen real closely what he says.
Don't beat me, Martha. Please don't beat me, Martha. Don't beat that tired old body. No, don't.
What's so crazy about this episode is he looking at the whip like he never knew the powers that bestow with that whip. Imagine being a kid at that time and watching that episode. You're just trying to chill on a Sunday, and that's what you see. Like, you probably get enough racism at school, from wherever, and you come home to chill, watch some cartoons, and then that's what you see on the screen. Including racist caricatures of Native Americans and Asians. Just creating a scene where Bugs Bunny is shooting at Native Americans. Like they have bows. There's a fight going on and he has a gun. And then he says mixed breed. Like, this shit was wild back then. Like, and it's crazy because when I think about it, like at the time when all this stuff was going on, like, oh, make Native Americans a better joke, make Japanese people, Asian people about a joke, make black people about a joke. But they didn't have to do that. Like, yes, it was a time where it was okay to do that, and it was at a time where Jim Crow was going on. But like, if you just weren't racist, you just wouldn't do it. But they were racist. They're just racist creators, and that's what they did. Okay, so Tokyo Jokyo, they would put these Japanese characters in there, put fat ass glasses on them, make their teeth buck teeth to basically have another racist stereotype out there, and just basically do whatever they want with these characters and just make fun of them. It really seriously makes me think when African American children would sit down and try to watch Bugs Bunny and they see that type of stuff on screen, Bugs Bunny mocking them, essentially. Would they feel any type of way, or were they desensitized because of everything that was going on in their lives? They probably experienced worse, right? Jim Crow was still active, right? So maybe that wasn't even like the highest priority for them. And it's just sick to think about, you know? They got away with this stuff, and they didn't have to do this. They did not have to act this way. Yes, this stuff was normalized, but they didn't have to act this way, like as a person. But they acted that way because the creators are just racist. Period. They just didn't care. They said, "Oh, okay, this is normalized. Yup, we're gonna make fun of everybody." Just put racial stereotypes everywhere. That shit is just so like. It just really makes you think, because they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to, but they did it because they wanted to.
My gun? Where's my gun? Where is it? Here you
Made him very dark and then added those lips to perpetuate a stereotype. Put the hat on him and everything. Okay. It's just crazy what they're allowed to get away with, and they choose to do this. And it doesn't even end with Bugs Bunny. There is plenty of other cartoons that did this stuff. But the next cartoon we're going to talk about is Tom and Jerry. Because I watched Tom and Jerry as a kid. I remember seeing the mammy, her hands, and, the black stereotype. She was Tom's owner. And it's just crazy. Like, as a kid, I did not understand what I was watching. I remember at school during recess time, me and the other kids that were playing, we would all sit down and watch Tom and Jerry, and that's the shit I would see on the screen, and I didn't even understand what I was looking at. A racist caricature I was even seeing. I just thought it was normal and haha, it's funny. Look at Tom, and she's trying to tell Tom to stop doing what he's doing, like not understanding as a kid like what I'm looking at. I remember growing up, this is all I would see, and her name is Mammy Two Shoes. And just as I looked her up after all these years, I finally seen this lady's face. Because this is how she would mostly show up in cartoons with Tom and Jerry. This is what she looks like. Made her this big, hefty woman. Made her real dark skin. Just the way they want to make her move. Like, I see the way that they animated her. Like, she's taking these big, hefty steps. Oh, she's Mammy Two Shoes. She's on her way to do some shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I could just see the way that they're portraying this. Because they already did her wrong when they named her Mammy Two Shoes and wasn't showing her face half the time. And now, I hope this is not a fake picture, bro. Because I have never seen this lady's face. Ever. Until now. And it's not even just Mammy Two Shoes. It's not even just her. More stuff than just that. This is the solution. Let me put on blackface and then he won't know who I am. Like, they would really just slip it in here. It's just like, wow. Like, oh, it's just fun. No, it's literally racist. It's literally a racist caricature. Bro, this is literally a racist caricature. They slipped this shit in there in the show. Nah. It really just makes me think, what did I see as a kid when I watched Tom and Jerry reruns that you're not going to realize as a child, especially back then. Now I'm even thinking about it further, like, these kids back then just seeing stuff like that, was it normal? Was it not normal? Did they know? It's just so crazy to me how they just slip it in there like that so you don't notice what they're doing. Like, oh, look, he's just putting polish on so he can just hide away, guys. No, he's just trying to put on a disguise. It's literally a racist caricature of black people. Like, literally. That's literally the tramp clown look that they're doing. It's blackface, bro. Remember I taught you guys this. It comes from those minstrel shows. 19th century, 20th century. Those minstrel shows where these white people would put on this or have the red mouth, whole face black, white mouth or red mouth. And in cartoons, just like I was saying in that Betty Boop video, they were just allowed to do this shit. And it's crazy because Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny came out around the same time. So they were just having a free fall with it. Just for shits and giggles. Like, they slipped it in there. It doesn't matter. I mean, Bugs Bunny was pretty blatant, like, just shooting at Native Americans. Like, I want to know what you guys notice when you watch this. Because after this whole video, if you never even saw one video of mine, what do you notice about this? Do you think this is just a normal show, or is your ignorance blinding you? What do you see? Because I know what I see. You know, these are actually supposed to be an African tribe, and this is how they got them acting. Slapping their butts, just doing, like, what is this? And look how they portray them, how they look. Big round lips, fat lips. This is supposed to be an African tribe. They're not being depicted with respect. This is for shits and giggles. This is to make fun of them. And there's a salesman including in the show where the African tribe right here, he's approaching, would try to eat him. It's just disgusting how these shows would depict. They really added those drums in there because, you know, some Africans and African tribes, they like to use the drums, play the drums, and they made them look like the racist caricature, right, that we talked about, and have them slapping the drums with his ass. Yeah. It's just perfectly fine because back then, this shit was normal. Like, I don't know how we just didn't go insane. Like I said, there was other things to worry about at that time. Probably not no cartoon, but this is what they were doing in their faces. They said, okay, you gotta deal with stuff out there. You're gonna deal with stuff inside of your own house too. You're gonna sit down with your kids, watch some cartoons, and this is what I'm gonna play in your face. Like, it's just so disturbing to think about. Because I feel like no one really thinks about the cartoons except ha ha ha. Like, you're laughing. You think this shit is funny? It's not funny. This is the shit that they would do to mock black people, to mock Native Americans, and to mock Asians.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Uncle Tom's stereotypical and negative portrayal of enslaved people that stems from the minstrel shows. And as you see, these characters playing, dancing with instruments. So basically back then you would just think, oh, this is just a dog colored like that. Oh, this is just a bird colored like that. No. They would actually do blackface on these characters so that way you don't realize anything. It's just kind of like hidden in there, like you're not supposed to think anything of it, but it's actually does stem from blackface, you know, these racist stereotypes basically. And I'm surprised, even with the simplest characters like that I wouldn't even think has anything to do with blackface, because these are like literally animals, but they hid it in there. Maybe back then it was like obvious, but from my position now, modern day, I'm just like, it's like they were hiding it in these animals. Uncle Tom literally has a meaning, and it stems from the minstrel shows. It just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. These cartoons are dark. There's a dark truth to these cartoons from back when. That's all I got for this video. This was a long one, but it's just shocking, disturbing. I feel a lot of feelings right now, but that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye.